Hello, everybody, and welcome to Joe and Al Play Kerbal Space Program.
I'm Joe.
I'm Al, and oh boy, Joe, this update to Kerbal Space Program.
It's crazy, right?
The UI is so different now.
There's no Kerbals or space.
There's plenty of. Look at all this space we have.
Or rockets
it's
or
white
ships.
space.
It's time.
Space is white now.
It's time to attack this space station idea with a little more panache.
Yeah, panache, which is why we're in MS Paint.
3D.
3D. Yes, they have 3D now.
We're gonna try and think through some elements of the space station. We still haven't. Oh, wow.
There we go, Joe. It's called the Death Star. new IP I came up with. It's gonna look a lot like the moon. Not gonna be the moon.
You say that, but they clearly brought that up piece by piece.
So, what do we want to have on this thing?
Well, this is the thing. We have to figure out, like, how do, like, smart people do this? Here's my thinking. A large piece that just has, like, fairly well-spaced docking ports on it. Just like the hub in the center. Right? So that could be like a fuel tank.
Okay,
yes.
So some docking ports. You know, if only a Kerbal Space Program had the ability to build this stuff out
Ahead of time?
Well, like, just sort of you could look at it as you're building it. It's a shame that you just have to go directly to the launch pad and...
Okay, the first piece we could have done, but now we need to think, like... We need a convertitron, right?
Yes. That sounds correct.
It's also awesome that this is perfectly to spec with Kerbal sizes, so whatever we do here will obviously work in Kerbal.
There are no flaws
I love
to
how
this plan.
Calvin and Hobbes this is. This is my favorite.
Why did I turn that around? It doesn't matter which direction the cylinder faces. Okay, so here we have this is our 4 docking ports, you want to say?
I mean, on those big orange tanks, which are no longer orange for some reason, I would imagine you could do 2 sets, right? Ooh.
I guess.
What's that?
This is the engine. Gonna kind of put that right there, just so everybody knows that. You want me to make this orange so you can feel nostalgic about the old Kerbal?
No. I think you can. Well, we'll get into that when we actually get to Kerbal. So assuming we can put like.
I got you, fam.
Some high up and some. Ooh. I think we can get more than 4. I think we can get 8. Do we need 8?
Okay. Like that.
This is have you been taking architectural classes?
Yeah.
This is
on
amazing.
the side. You know, we have that lynda.com subscription that we all share.
How good you were at this.
Yeah.
Excellent. We've made a scratching post. Job well
Trademark.
All right. So, what do we need on this thing? Convertitron.
Convertitron, right? Okay. I'll make a little convertitron for you. Now, do you want a full-size convertitron or like the junior?
I mean, I say
Junior's lighter.
Go big, yeah, but...
Okay, go big and or go home.
Oh, no, I was saying, okay, good.
You don't want him on top of here? You don't want to bring that up at the same time? You want a separate piece?
I think we have to bring... That's pretty heavy. That's what you just said. I think we can bring the big one up as a second dock, or as a dock at some point.
Convertitron over here.
We will dock.
Yes.
We need...
So I'm going to put a little dock on there.
I think you can have it...
Nope.
Right. Sorry, I will not backseat schematic you. So we can fill up this fuel tank if this crazy idea works, right?
I guess, yeah.
Do we want to add
write
more?
a C on here for convertitron.
Excellent. We need ore tanks.
Ore tanks. That's how much do you want? How much ore do you want?
Again,
and do you want it to be connected to the convertitron?
Does it have to be connected to the convertitron? I don't think so. I think it's once it's on.
No, it doesn't. So the convertitron can be a separate piece. The ore tanks need to be connected to the drills. I guess I'm just gonna use like a square.
What? You don't want the curved cylinder?
I don't right now.
Wow, this is
sounds like a lot of work.
It's right there. It does it for you. At the end, that thing has to land on the moon somehow.
Yes, it'll definitely have... Okay.
That needs engines and a fuel tank.
Now, where do we want to put the engines? You want to do like a side engine kind
I
of
like
thing?
those a lot, especially because if we're going to be just going to the moon and back, you can get plenty of thrust with a couple of those little twitches or the thumpers. No, not thumpers. The ones that look like jetpacks.
I'm doing an empty toroid for this one.
An empty toroid.
Toroid.
Wow. Not a cylinder?
I don't know what you call it. Toroid just popped into my head.
What the hell's a toroid?
I don't know.
You just made up a word and said it?
It's definitely a geographic geometric shape. I don't know if it's this one.
Toroid?
Yeah.
Toroid. A toroid is a figure with a shape resembling a torus.
Yeah. Like I said.
Oh, it's like it's a donut.
Okay, so I was close. It's a really long donut, but basically.
Well, it's curved on top.
I don't think that's necessary for topography.
I think for the toroid it is.
Okay, and then these are. I'm not going to draw the struts
That's
to
fine.
connect these. There's going to be structural stuff, obviously. Should I draw some O's on here so everybody knows these are ore canisters? Oh, that's a big old thing.
That's a big old thing.
Oh.
Okay, that one's a G apparently.
Oh, it's hard to draw a circle.
That's
okay.
a 6.
Fuel tanks right here.
I like it. Okay, so let me think this through. That can go down, mine, come back.
Are there going to be people on this space station?
Do we want people on the space station?
Or there don't have to be, but there's kind of like so you were thinking of just like a fully automated.
Yeah, no, you're right. Someone's got to fly that. Well, do they? I mean, we got robots.
No, they don't. If we have if it's gonna, especially if you're going down to the Mun, we're perfectly well within drone or probe distance.
Yeah, that's true. No,
we might want to build a satellite network around the Mun to make, in case we're on the dark side. But
well, listen, if anger and hate get into your heart, Albert, I'm not sure we can play Kerbal together anymore. But yes, if we're on non-comm side, we can definitely do a.
I know you've been wanting to build that satellite system for the whole time.
I've been doing that a lot in my game, and it just makes me happy to see the green lines everywhere. I was just about to say something else. Okay, so we need heat dissipators. That doesn't.
I'm not drawing those.
That doesn't take too much thought, but when docking, you got to make sure that they point in a direction that's not gonna collide with something else we might dock. It's a simple rotation, obviously, if you can see what I'm saying in your head.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I did that. I may have done that in a game of mine and been like, hey, I don't need to think about this, and then had some problems expanding stuff. Everything needs solar panels.
Yeah, obviously.
Everything needs RCS.
So this is going to be like docked like this?
That looks good to me, yes.
Okay.
But everything needs R.
Oh, look at wow! This works so much better than the Clampetrons.
Perfect.
So this will go like
great.
that.
We don't even need, can you draw a Kerbal? Because we could just do this.
We'll fake it.
Mission accomplished. This is what NASA did. Draw the moon.
I saw Deep Impact, or not Deep Impact. What's the Armageddon? Like, this is not the scale, obviously. Keep the laughter to a minimum, gentlemen. I love that he tells them at the outset, like, guys, don't laugh. I know that you roughnecks know it's not the scale. Why do we need all these the docking ports if we're gonna have two things?
I'm thinking forward. Well, I didn't know. Okay, so we've got Convertitron. We need something else. Oh, the ship that's gonna come in and take the refuel here needs a place to dock.
Yeah, I think that let's put that at the top.
Okay.
I know that we have a lot of cylinders all over the place here, but that just seems like the best place to me.
So this can't be all we need, is it? Is this really the fruition?
Depends how complicated you want it to make.
What?
It depends how complicated you want it to make.
That's not a... Nope.
I stand by my words. Whether they made sense or not, Joe.
So then the new craft can be like, all right, I'm really low on fuel because I had to bring a large payload up out of Kerbin, and now I'm going to dock with you guys, and boom. Oh! Everything needs...
Do we want to be able to use this for, like, asteroid stuff as well, or is that a separate thing?
That's the thing. We could bring up a asteroid miner.
You could put a little clampo thing on here.
Well, that's why I like multiple ports, because we might be like, we can maybe bring an asteroid miner up. And then that one ship doesn't have to do like 6 different processes. It can just be, the more things you make something do, the worse they get at each thing you're trying to make them do.
right? That's a good mantra.
Yeah.
That's why Swiss Army knives aren't like great knives.
That's why they're not good at anything, but they can sort of do what they want to tell them to.
Don't ever buy one of those hammers that has things that like fold out of it, because that's just the worst.
All right, so everything needs RCS. Can't forget that.
Yes, but I'm not drawing that.
No, but we can't forget that. And RCS tanks. I wonder if that's going to get clumsy. And then we can like...
I'm going to save this, Joe.
Yes.
Should we make this available to people who want to download it from Dropbox? If you need to see this for your own reference.
Is that really all
we put in the work ahead of time for you?
I'm baffled that that's all we need. Just go get ore, bring ore back, convert to Tron. Maybe another empty fuel tank. I don't know how much. I don't know what the conversion rate is.
This is going to be pretty big.
It is going to be
all big. This is going to be. I mean, especially if you're going to take it up there empty. But this is going to have an engine on it that's going to get it to the moon. It's just going to be like, the guts of the space station.
But we don't know how
probably
much.
Where's the power? The power's going to be from here, right? There's going to be a big power, like solar panels stuff.
Solar panels.
Solar panels.
Yes, you said you weren't drawing those though.
I'll draw some.
I see.
I think that it'll be good to draw solar panels. At least to have an idea for where we're at.
Yeah. Yes, that's what this whole exercise is.
So I'm gonna have them up on top. You think?
I think that makes a lot of sense.
I want them to be a different color.
Oh, and antennas. Everyone needs antennas. Okay, can't forget these things.
Okay.
Those have to be able to rotate with the ship. So while we're building this, have you put a docking port on in the VAB, and then a docking port on something else and connected them in the VAB, just to see like what it'll look like docked? I don't even know if we can do that, but that would be helpful because then we can see if things are going to collide.
Yeah, you can do it. The weird thing is, once you've done that, like they don't want to disconnect in the VAB.
I think I've heard that.
At least
before,
in my experience. It's like, oh, you've docked them. It's like only half on, but it's never moving again.
Oh, Dr. Gonzo had some great advice for us. He also loves when apparently we were just short of brilliance yet again.
Just shy of. Well, we got it though this time. The brilliance is here.
And then the ship should have any new ships coming in that need fuel. Yeah, and if we can, that's why I want the extra ones, just in case you're like, what if we want to try this?
I'm gonna take this. Well, we're gonna switch over to Kerbal now for real.
Right.
No joking anymore.
Oh right. This has been. Are we not taking this 100% seriously, Albert? You have $9 million.
You know that there's this text file that you can edit that says how much money you have? At some point, I just was like, cheat. Okay, so we want, like, the biggest fuel tanks. Mostly for the purposes of...
Yeah. I also want to mention, though, scroll down on the fuel tanks. In the list of...
Oh, okay.
The ones with the little drops on them, those are the ones you can paint.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's not... Yep.
Also, you can go back to orange if you want to.
Yes.
I don't know why they don't just do all of them.
I have no idea. It's also not very robust yet, I guess, because it's like orange. You can paint it orange.
Now, we're taking this up.
We can figure out the fuel once we've attached everything.
Okay, good point. So we want ports.
You know what's something I've been doing recently?
What have you been doing recently?
Actually calculating out the delta V needed. And that's been really helpful.
What do you mean?
That map we use, I don't think anyone knows how to actually read that accurately. So I found another site that, and it's also...
You don't think anybody does?
Well, I don't think anyone on this program.
Okay.
I found another site where it's also like, would you like to calculate with perfect flight trajectory or amateur flight trajectory with wasted... I'm like, yeah, thank you, someone who gets me. And you can calculate out. You got to turn that probably. That's a huge...
It still isn't like snapping on the side, which I don't love.
Because it's a fuel tank, and it's like, what are you doing? Is that facing out or in?
I guess I'm gonna have to do some struts, or not struts, but structural doodads to make that work, huh?
I guess so. That's a big one. I don't have that one yet.
That's the so I was gonna ask if we should do the senior or the
I don't
Junior.
understand. I mean, that's obviously a bigger target. I guess it's more secure.
Yeah, I was gonna say it probably has a better
Look at
like,
that thing. That's just a mother humper.
whatchamacallit.
Does probably have a better whatchamacallit. Look at your schematics though, because we were gonna have the You're not looking at your schematics.
It's over on the right.
We were supposed to have the power above the docking ports.
That's a good point. Okay.
We
may not be able to fit it all on
It's
here.
getting already getting a little tight, which I guess is another reason to.
It turns out the schematic wasn't exactly.
Yeah, that's a huge docking port.
Yep.
Like if we fly up a little moon ship, that's just large. Now that can go as low down as we can get it. Low. Ooh, I guess if you skew it, like if you don't make it parallel to those, but put it in the gap. Turn that so instead of it being 90 degrees.
Oh, I got you.
That should make it less bad, if there is.
Like that?
Yeah.
Now we're going off plan, Joe.
I know.
The engineers.
And then this happens. This is the worst.
Paint 3D. They're not gonna like it.
Ooh.
Now, what kind of engine do we want on this thing?
Just enough to get it to. Okay, so are we assembling at the Mun, or are we assembling around Kerbin and then flying to the Mun? We still have not answered that question.
Oh, we're assembling at the Mun.
Okay. So
this thing is not gonna. Did you remember what it looked like when we tried to fly the last thing to the Mun?
Yeah, but you were very. I kept saying assemble at the Mun, and you were very pro.
Well, we already had that one in orbit. If we're gonna start from scratch, we should do the thing.
What? I mean, well, okay, no, rewind here. You were very anti-assemble at the Mun.
Yeah? I've changed
and
now.
I was okay. I'm just saying.
I'm a new man.
I like to. Yeah, perfect. That engine. Okay, so we've got 6,000 Delta V right now.
Yeah, we need to get an orbit for that to be useful.
For what to be useful?
All this Delta V we have. Okay. So 4,000 Delta V to get there.
And then start.
I want to say, Joe. Okay.
What? Yes.
We're sending this thing up as a gas station. Do we want to send it up full, or do you want to make it easy on ourselves and send it up mostly empty?
Probably mostly empty. But is that making it easy?
Because we want to get from low Kerbin orbit to the Mun, to Mun orbit.
Well, I see what you're saying, because this engine's going to be post. I see what you're saying.
Right. We don't need 6,000 Delta V.
For this engine.
So I'm going to go from low orbit of Kerbin to low orbit of the Mun.
There you go.
That's 1,200 Delta V. So we'll go with. I mean, I want to have a little bit of a margin for error.
Okay, but you're at 3,700 now.
They don't let you have a lot of granularity here.
Yeah, that's interesting. There's got to be a way to.
Probably is, but that's fine. 2,300 is well above, but it should still be like make a significant difference when we're lifting off.
Yes.
All right, now. Do we have everything on this? We absolutely do not have everything on this that we want.
I just realized that too. Did it
we
let
want
you
some
pick the fuel
commands?
tank as the first thing? Usually it doesn't do that.
Okay, we're gonna have that guy. There's a lot of cool stuff on him.
Yes. He is expensive,
maybe-
but I suppose when you can.
You can ask Daddy Text Editor for money.
And you can keep keep the secret of the flat Earth, in order to con people out of money.
Yes.
Then you don't need to worry about that. Antenna.
Okay. Thank you. That's a good one as well. Let's go ahead and use a relay. Well, not that one. Not that many anyway.
This can be part of the network.
Yes,
if we can
because it's
fit
going to be
it.
going up. It doesn't matter which direction they face, does it?
No, I don't think so. Not on the ship itself.
Do they stack?
They do.
Okay. And we're going to be relatively close, so the Probidine's built-in antenna should be enough for a lot of that. We might want to be in high Mun orbit, honestly.
Yeah.
So that it's in contact. If we send somebody down on the dark side, if we're sort of using it as a relay as well, we'll be in contact with Kerbin more often.
Mm-hmm. I still think we're going to need another satellite or two. Well, that's why there's usually
that's
three
fine.
satellites, but
Yes.
a triangle An equilateral triangle around the body is the way to make sure everything is
I was just
always
gonna
in
have it in
contact.
like a polar orbit.
What?
A polar orbit.
Oh, that could work too.
I mean, it would like it'll be behind the moon for a little bit.
No, not if you do
I
it
guess-
right, right?
You could have it tilted, but then the orbit sort of moves around a little bit.
With it, and then becomes just a for certain. Well, I don't know, or will it? That's a really interesting question. Let's say you set it in perfect polar orbit, so it's always in contact with Kerbin, and then the moon moves 45 degrees. Does it still stay? I actually don't know if that orbit
Are
still
you ready to start
stays.
slapping some engines on this thing to get it into orbit, Joe?
Yes, yes, I am. Slap at the base.
Slap at a base. All right, we're gonna be doing a little building out here. Let's see. I want to use
This may be a craft that needs the ate too much, unlucky 420 rule going on.
That's
I've noticed
probably
they
true.
don't always need that, but sometimes they do. And woo, woo.
Should we use the mainsail or the skipper? Let's just see what our TWR... Okay, that's fine, because we're also going to do a little thing I like to call gratuitous boosters.
We're boosting more.
I've invented this thing.
Wow, really?
Where you put
Adding
more
more
boosters on?
boosters?
I was just playing one day and I realized that it really helps. So here's how this works.
Right, walk me through this. So you're adding more boosters to the ship.
Yeah.
Interesting, interesting. What in the hell are you doing?
All right. Now see, our TWR is too high now. That's
You
pretty
can turn
good.
that down.
What?
You can always turn down TWR with. You can limit the thrust of the boosters.
Yes. You should see. I'm gonna go ahead and hold on. What is this called? New space
I don't even know.
station.
Something went crazy
One.
with the.
So I just wanted to show you the ghillie goer that I made. This was our setup to get into orbit. So I don't think that we're doing too bad here.
Look at all the ghillie goers you have.
A lot of ghillie goers, but only one who go to ghillie with the contract.
Only
needs.
one who go to ghillie. Well, this is hideous. Are things strutted?
These guys need to be shredded for sure. We're gonna strut
What's
that up.
rigid
real
attachment
good.
mean?
Yeah.
What's rigid attachment mean? Do you know?
It's sort of like, you know how there are there's things that bend and things that don't bend, but the things that don't bend can break more easily.
Right.
It's that kind of trade-off. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, do you ever use it?
No, I never do.
Okay.
Auto strut has been good to me so far, and that's all I've used.
This new invention of yours is interesting.
Yeah. I want to share my knowledge with people, Joe. This isn't just about us screwing around. We're really teaching here.
Adding boosters.
Uh-huh.
Just who would have thought?
I don't know, man.
I like my idea of a decoupler
If I
on
put
top.
you want to make sure if I do a decoupler, it needs to be facing in the right direction.
That is true. Also, the decouplers. What in the hell?
That's actually not the worst.
What happened? Why was that so big to start?
It was just close to us. So we want this to flip around, I believe.
SS. I guess we don't call them SS.
What now?
What do you call them? It's SS, correct? It's the SS Enterprise, right? The USS Enterprise?
Yes.
What does that stand for? Space?
I don't know why. I don't know who has SS, because USS stands for United States ship. HMS stands for Her Majesty's ship.
But something has SS, I could have sworn.
The Nazis did.
The space station does. You're right, this is just awful. What? Missing? Oh, wait. What? Oh, this is a League of Legends. Apparently it's a League of Legends abbreviation.
I'm guessing that's not where you're getting it from.
SS single crew steamship. Yeah, that's totally what I was thinking of. Not one of them multi-crew steamships, I gotta tell you. Single crew steamship.
Alright, we've hit 200. We're under 8,000, but not by a lot. We're not using any... We're just using boosters right now. We're about to switch back to... Alright. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. That's not working.
Interesting. You were below...
That's gotta be like a fiction thing, right? People just...
the SS... Wasn't it like the SS Minnow in Gilligan's Island?
Yeah, but that didn't actually happen.
What? Did you just say it's gotta be a fiction thing?
Yeah.
Well, what's your
No, I'm
attitude?
saying-
What?
You were saying that, but like, no, that can't be true because in Gilligan's Islands it's the SS Minnow, and I was just saying...
No, I was agreeing with you.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's for, like ships that aren't part of a fleet.
What was the Minnow,
There's obviously
a
not...
steamship?
I don't
Because
think
could
it
be
was
a single vessel steamship.
I don't think it was a part of a naval operation, is what I'm saying.
Single screw steamship. Oh, I was thinking single crew, and I had no idea what that meant.
Oh, that actually does make sense.
Yes, but that's still not what the Minnow was.
All right, here we go.
Is it working? Did we get past 1,300? 1,000?
We're not going above 200 meters per second though. We're trying to start a turn so we can gain some speed.
And here we go into orbit.
We hope. Our apoapsis height is out of the atmosphere. I'm just going to keep pushing it right now. And we'll go ahead and stop there. Do you ever play the Zombies Run games?
When you're running?
Yeah.
I have, yes.
I heard an interview with the author of those. I've heard of them. It was never something that I thought of, like, somebody sits down and writes these. I didn't realize that somebody talked to you in your ear.
Yeah.
The whole time. It's like, watch out, there's a zombie coming.
It's a neat
But
concept.
yeah, apparently.
It didn't work well with what I used to run or something. Because at some point, it's supposed to give you intervals where it's like, oh no, a pack's coming, and then you're supposed to run fast, and it measures your speed or heartbeat or whatever to make sure you get away from the pack, quote unquote.
Right?
Which is basically...
Forgot to do,
oh, yeah.
whatchamacallits.
Yes, we did.
Action groups. That's not the worst thing in the world. We're not in the sun right now, but I just wanted to remember to do that.
No, yes.
But yeah, they have a new podcast out now called The Walk that's sort of a similar thing where you're supposed to play it as you're walking and you're like in some kind of dystopian Scotland and you're like an agent for these guys that's been caught up in some terrorist attack. Where's the... Oh, there it is, the Mun. Okay.
Oh, God! What's this thing with the weird wonky angle?
What wonky ankle? Oh, it's a satellite of some kind. It's a satellite of love.
Satellite of love.
Did you ever end up watching any of the new MST3K stuff on Netflix?
No. I never even made it through the old... I mean, I love it. It's just, I can never binge it.
I know we talked about it. So they have new actors for the Netflix one.
Yeah,
the Rift
I
Tracks
don't
one's
love
like
those
the old
actors.
people. Will we even need the... Here's an interesting question.
Fuel?
Yeah, the fuel that we brought. Like,
Overbuilt like champions.
that's how we do it. Do it.
Do.
And... Is this... If this gets it exactly, that'd be amazing.
We're perfect. I mean, that's how we roll. It's...
Yeah. There we go.
I will say this. Okay, you're gonna read up, turned. I've had problems where the first thing I sent around the Mun is rotating around it in the opposite direction, you usually wind up rotating around it, and that's been annoying. Look at that, though. Look at those things.
Whoop, spinning around.
Yeah.
Da 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 da.
That's awesome.
Pop 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 pop. Da 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 da. Bop, 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 bop. It's good stuff.
Autosave here, although things look.
That's a good plan, Joe. I did autosave earlier. So this is gonna get us going around the moon this way. You want to be going around the moon the other way?
I don't know. It's fixable. It just was a little thing. I don't know that it's worth.
We also talked about wanting to do a polar orbit.
Yeah.
Well,
we're gonna have
yet.
lots of fuel. Hello. Hello, Mr. Munn.
Munn. Hello, Mr. Munn.
I'll be honest.
Someone gave us your name.
Couldn't.
We heard you would be interested in buying a Kirby vacuum cleaner.
Could not figure out what was going on with that. The drawings in the map view.
What?
Well, we're looking at that above, and you're like, "What do you want to do with it?" I couldn't.
I think it goes out and then like. I don't have any idea. Actually,
the Mun grabs us, and I think if we keep going, we end up back in curb.
Ooh,
what?
Went the wrong direction there.
How'd you go the wrong direction?
I was trying to hit the
Oh,
so
with your planning, that's fine. Can this be?
No, I almost sped up too much, and I just hit the wrong button that goes faster, and I wanted to slow down.
Can this thing lock to target?
Yeah. Or to maneuver?
Yeah.
I can lock the target as well, but...
Okay. I was just wondering.
That's a 41-second burn.
They're fancy schmancy ones. Some of us don't have the power to make money come out of nowhere.
Everybody has a text editor.
Some of us don't abuse.
It comes free with Windows.
Notepad.
Yeah. There we are.
Well, here's the other question. Every other ship we send up here is going to have the extra fuel to wonkify the...
This is also not a bad... Like,
it's
we're
not
in line of carbon here.
We're far enough out, and I don't know that we ever...
We will be behind it occasionally, but this is not like... I don't know that we need a polar orbit.
No, this is not bad. And we can also have the option of sending a satellite up that does things.
Everything... We've got electric charge, so that's good.
I mean, I think Phase 1 is complete.
Phase 1 is complete, and you know what's nice about this? It didn't take an hour and a half.
What's happening? What are we
just
doing?
spinning it around.
Why?
Yeah, I know how everybody loves my victory spins, Joe.
Oh, well, this is you controlling it. I thought it was just like out of control. Can't set target. It kind of looks like Tom Crow. No, the other one. Never mind.
There's no Tom. It's Tom Servo and Crow.
There's
no Tom Crow. You are not. You've never watched the show, have you? Who's your favorite, Mike or Joel? Trick question. Noah's the best.
I like Joel.
I like Mike better.
I think maybe his content was better, but I'm not a huge fan of the skits. Is the other thing, so it makes binging it very difficult. Where I'm just like, some of them tickle me, but for the most part, I'm just like, can we just get to the part where you make fun of the movie?
I like some of the skits.
Again, some of them, but I feel it was a little gratuitous.
They had a great one in the new series where they sing a song about every monster has a country. Like how every single different country has like their own version of a kaiju.
Yeah. It's
not just Japan. That was pretty classic. Instant hit for Albert.
Yeah, well that went right into your... Should we outro?
Yeah, I was going to say, so coming up, we have to remember that we have to use these giant docking ports for everything we build now.
Yes. That's
I hope that they'll be helpful to us. And I'm just going to remind people of the
I mean, not bad.
So hold on, I'm not in there in OBS yet. So this is what we're working from. We've just finished this part. And we've got, I think, I mean, if you look at, just sort of toggle between them, it's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
You can't see me toggling, Joe, but I'm
can't.
toggling on OBS.
Yes, I understand. I was just playing
along?
Yep. Little special
it's
effects.
All fake!
Little razzle dazzle.
You understand? We're pulling back the curtain. We've made it all up. We're actually amazing at this game.
We're really not.
Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this and you want to see the continuing adventure of the very ugly Mun space station, you can subscribe over on Patreon and get them a week early. We are going bi-weekly with this product, by the way. If you were not already aware, we're making room for some other things, so we aren't able to do this every week, but we're going to be building the space station for at least, I'd say, 2 more weeks after this. So
we have 2 more things to get up here. And then we have to make sure the thing that can land on the moon can land on the moon.
Right. Well, we might land it on the moon first, too. That's a whole question to ask ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So, a lot of interesting things to explore, but if you want to help us explore them, go over to Patreon, patreon.com/humanechoes, and help us out. And if not, we love you anyway. Maybe like and subscribe to the channel. That'd be cool. And we'll see you guys next week. Or not next week. Next time. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.